Is celebrating Christmas a simple tradition, or does it go against Christian beliefs? Today, we will explain what different Christian groups think about this. You may be surprised by the answers. The history of Christmas is not as simple as it seems. Christians around the world celebrate December 25th as the birth of Jesus, but the Bible doesn't say this is the exact date. Historians believe early Christians chose this day to match pagan festivals like the Roman Saturnalia, which celebrated light and renewal during winter. This made it easier for Christianity to grow among Romans, but it also brought some pagan traditions into Christian celebration. Over time, things like decorating trees, giving gifts, and feasting became part of Christmas. Some Christian groups believe these roots weaken the holiday's true meaning. So, what does this mean for Christians today? Do these old traditions change how we see Christmas now? Let's think about it and come back to this question later. The Bible doesn't tell us to celebrate Jesus' birth, but it doesn't forbid it either. There's no mention of December 25th, Christmas trees, or singing carols. Some people refer to Luke 2, where angels announced Jesus' birth to shepherds, as a reason to celebrate. Others point to Jeremiah 10:10-2-4, which warns against customs like decorating trees to argue against it. Does this mean Christmas trees are wrong, or is it just a coincidence? The answer depends on how it's interpreted. Some believe that Christians can use traditions with good intentions, while others think we should avoid anything with pagan roots. What do you think? Many Christian groups, like Catholics and many Protestants, celebrate Christmas as a holy day. For them, the exact date is not as important as the meaning. God becoming human to save the world. The Catholic Church set December 25th as the date for Jesus' birth in the 4th century. Later, Protestant leaders like Martin Luther supported the holiday, and even introduced traditions like the Christmas tree. For these groups, Christmas is a time to focus on God's love and the gift of salvation, not its historical origin. But what do more conservative groups think about this holiday? For some conservative and fundamentalist Christian groups, celebrating Christmas can be controversial. They focus on following the Bible closely and avoid traditions they believe have pagan roots. Things like decorated trees, feasts, and gift exchanges may seem to go against the purity of worship taught in Scripture. Some of these groups point to history, like the Roman festival Saturnalia, as proof that Christmas includes non-Christian influences. They often refer to passages like Jeremiah 10:2-4 to argue against adopting such customs. Instead, they prefer to celebrate events directly mentioned in the Bible, like Passover or Pentecost. However, not all conservative groups see it this way. Some believe that, despite its history, Christmas today can be a way to share faith and reflect on God. They emphasize that what truly matters is the heart and intention behind the celebration, not its origins. This brings up an important question. Should Christians avoid traditions with complex histories, or can they be redefined for spiritual purposes? Let's take a closer look at this. Modern and alternative Christian groups often see Christmas in a flexible and inclusive way. They focus on the spiritual and community aspects of the holiday rather than its history or origin. For them, Christmas is about what it means today, a time to celebrate love, family, and faith. Some churches use the season to help others, showing Christ's teachings through acts of kindness and generosity. They believe the message of Jesus' birth, hope, peace, and salvation is more important than the holiday's past connection. Others take a fresh look at traditions, giving them new meanings. For example, a Christmas tree might symbolize life and renewal, no matter its history. Giving gifts can also be seen as a way to show care and gratitude, reflecting God's gift to humanity. These groups encourage people to celebrate Christmas with purpose, asking questions like, does this bring me closer to God? Does it show Christ's love? By focusing on the meaning behind the celebration, they make Christmas a spiritual experience, free from guilt or strict rules. Does this modern approach feel right to you, or does it bring up more questions about traditions? Let's move on to explore how Christmas impacts culture today. Christmas is more than a religious holiday. It's a global celebration. In many places, it has grown beyond its Christian roots, becoming a time for kindness, family, and community. But this raises an important question. What about its spiritual meaning? For some, the focus on gifts and decorations takes attention away from the true message of Christmas. The holiday's commercialization, from big sales to flashy decorations, can feel far from the humble story of Jesus' birth in a manger. This makes many Christians rethink how they celebrate. At the same time, Christmas offers special chances to connect. Community events, charity projects, and festive traditions help spread Christ's message of love. Even people who aren't Christian often share in the holiday's values of generosity and care. The way Christmas is celebrated also changes depending on the country. In some places, it's deeply tied to Christian worship. In others, it's more of a secular holiday. This shows how flexible Christmas traditions can be, but it also reminds Christians to focus on the spiritual meaning. How do you balance the cultural and spiritual sides of Christmas? Remember, what matters most is not how we celebrate, but why. Is celebrating Christmas a sin or a special tradition? It depends on who you ask and how you see it. For some, it's a spiritual time to honor Jesus' birth. For others, they avoid it because of its complicated history. For many, it's a mix of both, a moment for family, faith, and reflection. At its heart, Christmas is a chance to pause, remember Christ's amazing gift, and share love with others. Traditions may differ, but the true meaning, hope, and salvation never changes. What does Christmas mean to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this made you think, don't forget to subscribe for more topics like this. Stay tuned for our next video.